Sleep can kill. It sounds daunting and unrealistic, but don't rush to turn this video off. The danger of serious spinal and cardiovascular diseases does lie in sleep disturbances. Some of them can end in a heart attack or stroke. And this is a deadly danger. How to avoid these risks? What sleeping postures are dangerous and what are the right ones? We will tell you about this today. What does the quality of sleep depend on? A key parameter in the biochemistry of sleep is the level of the hormone melatonin. This hormone is easily enough destroyed, and the most dangerous destroyer of melatonin is alcohol. Unfortunately, there is still the myth that if you drink before going to bed, you will fall asleep faster and sleep more soundly. However, in practice, falling asleep quickly while intoxicated is replaced by a sudden awakening and insomnia in the middle of the night. The second common problem of the quality of sleep is overeating. If a person eats before going to bed, the blood goes to supply the stomach, not the brain, and the quality of sleep deteriorates significantly. In addition, the body needs to first digest the food, which greatly delays the time to fall asleep. At the same time, a full stomach leads to compression of the heart and pancreas when sitting in certain positions. Therefore, the interval between dinner and sleep should be at least 4 hours. The third problem with sleep is incorrect postures. It would seem that in this, what is so terrible? The danger is much more serious than you might think. The least of the consequences are stiff and numb limbs. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. If this kind of posture becomes a habit, the person is constantly sleep deprived. This leads to weakness and sleepiness during the day. Over time, chronic fatigue syndrome is formed, and with it a decrease in immunity and a host of health problems. A person doesn't even connect them with sleep disorders, carefully trying to look for other reasons why the postures have such a strong effect on sleep and the general state of the body. It's all about the clamping of the cervical and vertebral arteries, which are responsible for the blood supply to the brain and other parts of the body. As a result, the blood flow is constantly disturbed, and the vital organs do not get enough oxygen and nutrients. This contributes to the development of their pathologies, which in the long term can lead to heart attacks and strokes. By the way, such violations affect even the appearance. For example, because of impaired blood circulation in the capillaries of the face, the skin becomes pale, there are puffiness and wrinkles. What kind of sleeping postures are dangerous to health and how, on the contrary, to sleep properly and get a good night's sleep? Watch this video to the end and we will tell you all the nuances. Today, the legacy of traditional medicine is often forgotten. And in vain, because our ancestors knew how to fight diseases without expensive medicines. Subscribe to our channel. Here we share proven health recipes. Sleep lessons. This is not a tricky science everyone should know, because it not only protects health, but also prolongs life. 1. What should you do? Prepare properly for bed. We have already talked about the need to refuse alcohol and a good dinner before going to bed. But it's also important to air the bedroom well and do simple breathing exercises. For this purpose, for a few minutes, take long deep breaths, counting to 6, and the same exhalations. At first it will be difficult, so you should try to alternate breaths and exhalations of shorter duration, and gradually increase their length. So you will fall asleep quickly and easily. But it's important to remember about choosing the right posture. Well, first you should understand what sleep position is bad for your health and why. First of all, it's sleeping on your stomach. This pose is suitable only for people with a perfectly healthy spine. The rest of us will inevitably wake up with neck pain. If you regularly sleep in this position, your hands start to feel numb, which is a direct indication of poor blood flow. Pose number 2, on the back. It is in this state that snoring most often occurs, and with its spikes and pressure, respiratory arrest and blood clotting disorders. As a result, you do not get enough sleep, headache in the morning. And when searching for the causes of such conditions, doctors diagnose microinfarcts and microstrokes. The third unhealthy posture. With the arm thrown aside. Overnight, the arm experiences excessive strain on the muscles, which leads to apathy. The same thing happens when you put your arm under your head. So how to sleep properly? The best position is sleeping on your side. In this position the spine is as relaxed as possible, and for even greater comfort it is important to choose a good pillow. This could be a pillow of optimum thickness, not too thin and not too thick, or the so-called pillow for pregnant women, one end of which is placed under the head, and the other end between the thighs, which not only reduces the load on the neck, but also on the knee and hip joints. Proper sleeping habits significantly reduce the risk of heart problems, blood flow to the brain, and the development of spinal disorders. What are your sleeping habits? Tell us in the comments. What do you think about it? And to make sure you don't miss any more informative videos about health and longevity, subscribe to our channel. When you click on the bell, don't forget to check that you want to receive all notifications. Have a great health and longevity.